Now on CoastTV News.
We're seeing cold temperatures to start our Thursday. We'll warm it up into the weekend with increasing rain chances and a first alert weather day for Monday. I'll have the details coming up.
Maryland marijuana momentum, why we could soon see more bud-type businesses on the Eastern Shore. Candles for change, a night remembering those who have been lost to violent crimes, and the plea for more gun restrictions. Impeachment inquiry ahead of Iowa as the House ramps up the investigation into the Biden family's foreign business dealings, the effect it could have as Republicans ready for next month's Iowa caucus.
This is CoastTV News Today.
It is Thursday, December 14th, 2023. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick, and thank you for being up with us during this 5 o'clock hour. Paige Marley, she will join us in just a moment on what so far is a clear and cold Thursday. And for someone who is the opposite of frosty, we are going to go to First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahey. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, Matt. Good morning, Delmarva. Thanks for the compliment. We are looking at cold conditions out there this morning. 26 in Redden, 28 in Seaford, Delmar 27, 28 in Salisbury. So we're certainly scraping frost inland areas, not so much along the beach with temperatures into the mid to upper 30s. We are looking at a northwest wind, especially along the coast, and that is knocking that feels like temperature down into, well, 28 degrees is what it feels like in Indian River Inlet right now, and the rest of the area feeling like 20s and 30s. We're looking at mostly clear skies right now with high pressure in charge, and that'll be the case for today. And it's going to be much, much colder. We're looking at temperatures in the lower 30s this morning. Here's mid-morning into the mid-30s. We're looking at mostly sunny skies, but you'll need that heavy jacket all day with highs only into the low 40s this afternoon, falling back into the 30s for this evening. So bundle up. It's cold, especially with the breeze, but it does warm up into the weekend. I'll talk about that and when we can expect rain and wind for Delmarva coming up.
All right, thank you, Bob. We are continuing the effort of learning more about first responder activity at Sussex Tech High School in Georgetown last night. Now, what we do know is that a crash in the parking lot, that is under investigation. Delaware State Police are telling CoastTV News that emergency activity off of County Seat Highway, that's Route 9 at the high school, was due to a collision. And according to the Georgetown Fire Company, this was around 7:30 last night, and a pedestrian may have been involved. And less than 3 hours earlier and 3 miles west, this crash at the intersection of Route 9 and Whaley's Corner Road. You can see the damage to both cars there. This is a dangerous stretch in Georgetown on Wednesday. The initial business licensing round for new cannabis growers, processors, and dispensers in Maryland is now closed. The Maryland Cannabis Administration says more than 1,700 applications were submitted. According to the administration, this was a first-in-the-nation application round that was exclusively open to qualifying social equity applicants. The Maryland Cannabis Administration says it is now reviewing and may award up to 179 licenses in this round. Those who meet the minimum requirements will be placed into a lottery based on their region or county and depending on the type of license. Local advocacy groups and some families coming together to remember those lost to gun violence in Sussex County. Hundreds of candles were lit up at Epworth United Church. It's also remembering those killed in the Sandy Hook shooting that happened 11 years ago. People were quiet and solemn, but there's also the push to make changes. Each candle was in honor of the life lost due to gun violence. Today marks 11 years since the mass shooting in Newtown, Connecticut at Sandy Hook after murdering his mother. Adam Lanza was 20 at the time, shot and killed 20 Sandy Hook Elementary School students and 6 teachers. It's one of the deadliest school shootings in U.S. history. These national statistics of what we're going to talk about here inspired House Bill 201 in Delaware's General Assembly. That was signed into law in August of this year. It enables a police officer to act immediately when they see a suspect or a person with a gun in a safe school and recreation zone. Possession of a gun in a safe school and recreation zone is where students are present. This is now a felony, which means a person could face up to 5 years in prison if they bring a gun to school. And this does bring us to our CoastTV poll. We want to know what's the most effective way to address gun violence. So there's the voting as of last night so far, most saying mental health support, 53%, There's also a large number of people voting for stricter gun laws. If you haven't voted yet, you can still do so at CoastTVnews.com or our mobile app. We have a traffic update in Maryland. Detours in place today for drivers. Once again on Route 90 and for road work, westbound traffic will be detoured to southbound Route 113 to westbound Route 50 in Berlin. This is for paving work on the Route 90 ramp. On the Route 50 westbound, the detour will be lifted at 1:30 p.m. Today is deadline day in Ellendale for candidates to file for the municipal election. Ellendale now looking for candidates for 3 town council seats. Eligible candidates need to file a certificate of intention to the secretary of the council no later than 5 p.m. Town council terms are 2 years, and this election is being held next month on January 6th. Well, we're just getting started in this edition of Coast TV News Today. Coming up, hands-on training in law enforcement. But one Sussex County student is taking part, and we'll show you a look at his internship with the Rehoboth Beach Police Department. Also, Sussex County shelters getting a helping hand as Code Purple now open. We'll show you the new shelter for people in need that they can use and what organizers say they still need help with. And taking back Teslas, why the company is recalling more than 2 million of its cars after an investigation. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
Once upon a time in Rehoboth Beach was a lost little elf, his home far from reach. When all of a sudden he saw a twinkling sign, a magical winter village? Could it be mine? His eyes grew wide as he walked through the doors. The North Pole, you say? No, Shellville, of course. A magical maze was his first stop on the tour. Wasting no time at all, he set out to explore. With so much to discover and so much to do, he knew for a fact all his dreams would come true. After all the excitement, he needed a treat, a warm, tasty beverage to help move his feet. No longer did he feel so lost and alone. Our brave little elf had found a new home.
Take the DSN app with you wherever you go and never miss a game from your favorite local team. Whether you're on the road, stuck at the office, or out with friends and family, the DSN app notifies you when your team is on live, so you can watch the game as it happens, or watch videos on demand. Keep up with local sports all from one app. From your mobile device to Fire Stick, Roku, and Apple TV, download the DSN app today. Driven by Preston Automotive Group. Get ready to soar with the Hawks. Delmarva Sports Network is your exclusive home for UMES Hawks basketball. From the first whistle to the final buzzer, DSN will take you courtside. Experience the excitement of both the men's and women's teams with every dribble, steal, and three-pointer. To see the schedule or watch the games, go to delmarvasportsnetwork.com or download the DSN app. Join us all season long only on the Delmarva Sports Network, your exclusive home for UMES Hawks basketball.
Some of the best events, attractions, organizations, and people on the coast have been crowned. Here are the 2023 Southern Delaware Tourism Awards. The best new event went to Rehoboth Beach Main Street for their Margarita Crawl. I heard that was so much fun. The Horseshoe Crab and Shorebird Festival in Milton won the best event. The Jolly Trolley was named Best Attraction. Philanthropic Award category winner, Bethany Fenwick Area Chamber of Commerce. The Tourism Legacy Award went to Marie Mayer, an owner of Lavender Fields at Warrington Manor. The Delaware Association for Environmental Education is gearing up for its 15th annual conference, themed Nature Access for All. It's happening February 24th. This conference aims to boost environmental literacy, offering networking, hands-on experience, and community education. The organization also invites experts to submit presentation proposals. Those are due December 29th, along with inviting people to submit nominations for their work in environmental education. Those nominations must be submitted online by January 5th. Tesla has recalled more than 2 million vehicles to fix a defective system that's supposed to ensure drivers are still paying attention while using the autopilot feature. This recall follows a 2-year investigation by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration into a series of Tesla crashes that happened while the autopilot system was still in use. The recall covers models Y, S, 3, and X produced between October 5th of 2012 and December 7th of this year. The Dow reached a record high Wednesday as Wall Street investors celebrated the Federal Reserve putting a pause on hiking interest rates. Wednesday's stock surge sent the Dow's year-to-date gains to about 12%, while the S&P just 2% away from its record high. The tech-heavy NASDAQ composite has soared more than 51% just this year. All right, well, the tide may be turning for renters as rent prices, they're beginning to decline across the country. Real estate company Redfin saying the median asking rent declined 2.1% in November from the year before. Redfin says that this is the biggest annual drop since February of 2020. The company saying renters can thank the surge in construction of apartment buildings for this decline. Still ahead on Coast TV News today, an additional shelter opening in Sussex County. But organizers say they are still, though, in need of more help.
And it's a frosty start to our Thursday. Here's our Tyndall's Casual Furniture Cam, 30 in Laurel right now. We're looking at cold conditions today, but a warm up for the weekend. And then that's when rain arrives and wind as well, Sunday into Monday with the first alert weather day. I'll have the details after the break.
Solo Cup Saturday night. It's an alternative country party with me, Jared. Brought to you by Midshore Recyclers Incorporated. Saturdays at 7 on Coast Country, 103.9 and 106.3.
Rock Shop with Steve Mons. Weekday mornings, 6 till 10. Big 107.7.
It's my week of wishes, which means giveaways. Make sure you watch Tam Fam because we are making your wishes come true. And on the next Cameron Hall, two music powerhouses, Yolanda Adams and Kirk Franklin, together on this stage in a daytime exclusive performance just for the Tam Fam. Plus, from Kirk and Yolanda's Red Hot TV series, Kingdom Business, Soraya joins the Tam Fam, all on the next Cameron Hall.
Thursday at 3 on Coast TV.
Take a stroll down our magical Christmas lane every weekend at Hudson Fields. Merry Christmas from Shell Brothers.
All right, it is 5:13 a.m. on this Thursday morning. Everybody get up time as we check out the live scene in Ocean City. Great shot there in the middle of your screen. It is the middle of December, Bob, and no shock, we are dealing with some cold temperatures.
No shock at all that it's cold out there. We are getting close to the beginning of winter for sure, and we're also, well, we're looking at Christmas coming up here in about a week and a half or so. We are looking at our 5-day temperature trend, and it's cold today. A frosty start, too. A high of 42 today, up to 54 on Friday, 55 on Saturday. So we do begin to warm things up by Sunday, 59, then 60 by Monday. But we're going to be looking at a lot of rain and wind coming our way with that warmth. Temperatures are frosty this morning, 29 in Delmar, 26 in Redden, 29 in Selbyville. a little warmer along the beaches, so to speak. 35 Bethany Beach, Rehoboth 37, and Lewis right now at 38. We do have a little bit of wind out of the northwest, so that's knocking that feels-like temperature down into the 20s and 30s. So bundle up out the door as we're looking at mostly clear skies right now. We've got strong high pressure building in from the west, and that will continue us in a very strong northwest flow. You can see we've got clear skies back to our west, so that's our weather for today, but it will be very cold, with temperatures beginning in the 30s by mid-morning, still in the mid-30s, maybe a few clouds, but we'll have a stronger northwest wind, close to 40 by noon and only into the low 40s as we go into the afternoon. And then temperatures falling through the 30s this evening. It will be cold through the overnight hours. In fact, we're looking at temperatures in the low 30s by morning, close to 40 mid-morning tomorrow, and a little warmer as we go into Friday afternoon with temperatures into the 50s. Here's our future. It feels like temperatures. They're cold this morning in the 20s, and then we're looking at 30s this afternoon and feeling like 20s again, excuse me, as we go through tonight. And then those temperatures do start to moderate as we go into tomorrow. Here's Futurecast. We're looking at that next system moving in that will bring us rain and wind. Looks like it will be tracking to our west, so that's going to keep us on the warm and windy side. Pretty much on and off rain later Sunday on into Monday and Tuesday as well. We'll be watching that system. You can see the rain hanging on Tuesday. Here's your Paul Davis 7-day forecast. 42 today, up to 54 Friday, 55 Saturday. Rain showers build in Sunday. And then we have the first alert day on Monday for rain and wind with the high of 60, and that rain could linger into Tuesday. We have an umbrella winner. It is Dawn Brasher from Georgetown. Congratulations, Dawn, on your brand new umbrella from Paul Davis and Coast TV.
All right, thank you, Bob. The first ever women's homeless shelter in Rehoboth Beach now open for the colder months. The addition to the Lutheran Church of Our Savior comes after much concern for the growing homeless population in the area. Shelter is an extension of Code Purple with the help of St. Jude's in Lewis. Supplies as well as a cot will be provided to women who come. Homeless in the area say this will help them get back on their feet.
It actually helped me to stay warm instead of freeze every night. Just to be able to get somewhere where I can stay in a bed.
And the church is looking for more volunteers to help host overnight stays and checking in guests. Well, coming up, one Sussex County student getting a hands-on look at law enforcement in Rehoboth Beach, the lessons learned from this internship. Don't go anywhere on Coast TV News today.
Coming up this week on the Delmarva Home Show. We're touring your holiday houses. We asked Delmarva Home Show viewers to send us pictures of their interior holiday decor, and boy, did you all deliver. We're showing off those holiday homes to you. One home in Laurel has a primitive farmhouse style with many decorations. Another has unique decor that the homeowners have been collecting for years, and the final home is a winter wonderland. You can watch the Delmarva Home Show on Sundays at 11:30 a.m. on WBOC.
Download the free Coast TV First Alert Weather app today.
Coastal Delmarva has so much going on.
Food, friends, fun, and more.
Why don't we just show you?
Coast Life, weekdays at 4 on Coast TV.
Weather shapes our lives. At Coast TV, our First Alert weather team is always at work, ensuring you have the information you need.
So we're looking forward to begin to make its way towards Fenwick Island pretty quickly here.
Because we know how much weather matters to our coastal community.
Make sure you take cover from these storms.
Our promise is to guide, inform, and protect.
Make sure you are remaining weather aware tomorrow.
Weather coverage that prioritizes you. Coast TV and the First Alert weather team. Your safety, our commitment.
It's the holiday season, a time for tradition, caring, and good cheer. And in the spirit of the holidays, let us warm your Christmas with the annual Yule Log. Listen to Christmas and holiday music while you eat breakfast or open your gifts. Christmas Day from 5 to 7 a.m. and at 11 a.m. on Coast TV. Plus, enjoy commercial-free music all morning long on The Duck. From our family to yours, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year.
Doctors, lawyers, teachers, bus drivers, cashiers, librarians, the helpful smile of a helper, a caretaker, a healer, a giver, can also hide the deepest suffering. Domestic violence impacts everyone, even our everyday heroes. What Is Your Voice is here to help. Call our helpline at 302-467-3310 or visit whatisyourvoice.org.
A Cape Henlopen High School senior is getting a head start on his law enforcement career. Benjamin Clifton currently is the Rehoboth Beach Police Department intern. For a few hours each week, he shadows officers. He learns different law enforcement tasks like running radar, there it is right there, sitting on a ride-along, and searching through evidence, and even more. This is the 10th time the department is running this program, and Clifton says he is grateful for his internship because it helped him realize he wants to pursue a job in law enforcement.
No, I was really undecided all of last year. Had no idea what I wanted to do, but I knew that I wanted something not strictly on the desk all day, and something really that I wake up every day excited for.
Lieutenant Sullivan tells CoastTV News that he will soon take Clifton to other police departments, both local and state, to get him an even better understanding of law enforcement. Really incredible there. We're going to move on now to your forecast. A crisp morning on Delmarva, Bob, but it is one of my favorite mornings because you can see the stars. It was very clear. The sky was lit up.
Yeah, the sky is lit up indeed, Paige. It is a beautiful morning across Delmarva. We do have to scrape the ice this morning, so beware of that. It is cold. We're looking at 29 in Greenwood right now, Delmar 29, 33 in Millsboro, 38 in Lewis. So I think along the coast you might be frost-free, but inland, that's where you're seeing the frost, and there's a bit of a breeze as well. So that feels like temperature right now is feeling like 20s and lower 30s, so you want to certainly bundle up out the door. As we're looking at mostly clear skies right now and cold high pressure building in for today. Here's the bus stop forecast for the kiddos off to school. 27. Make sure you bundle them up, and then heading home 43 and staying chilly.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. Yeah, definitely grab your jackets. Coming up next in our half hour of CoastTV News today, relief for boaters after dredging delays in Sussex County. We'll tell you the new timeline for the projects. And drivers, be aware, some delays currently in place. We'll tell you what areas to avoid on your commute. And remembering those lost to gun violence. We are showing you what one organization is saying about how big this issue is in Delaware. CoastTV News today. We'll be right back.
Once upon a time in Rehoboth Beach was a lost little elf, his home far from reach. When all of a sudden he saw a twinkling sign, a magical winter village? Could it be mine? His eyes grew wide as he walked through the doors. The North Pole, you say? No, Shellville, of course. A magical maze was his first stop on the tour. Wasting no time at all, he set out to explore. With so much to discover and so much to do, he knew for a fact all his dreams would come true. After all the excitement, he needed a treat, a warm, tasty beverage to help move his feet. No longer did he feel so lost and alone. Our brave little elf had found a new home.
Take the DSN app with you wherever you go and never miss a game from your favorite local team. Whether you're on the road, stuck at the office, or out with friends and family, the DSN app notifies you when your team is on live, so you can watch the game as it happens or watch videos on demand. Keep up with local sports all from one app. From your mobile device to Fire Stick, Roku, and Apple TV, download the DSN app today. Driven by Preston Automotive Group.
Shop with Steve Mons. Weekday mornings, 6 till 10. Big 107.7.
This is Coast TV News Today.
December 14th, 2023. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensing, and Paige Marley's going to rejoin us in a moment. It is approaching 5:25 on this Thursday morning. Clear skies. Actually, I saw a shooting star on my way in, so I think we're off to a good start with that. Also going to bring back First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahey to tell us about a cool morning. And are we going to warm up, or...
It's going to warm. I guess, relatively speaking, it will be warming up, but not all that much. And it's a beautiful morning to see the stars for sure. But it's cold. You'll want to bundle up. 28 in Del Mar, 33 in Millsboro, 25 in Redden, Lewis 38, 35 in Bethany Beach. For the most part, the winds are calm inland areas, but a little stronger along the beach. So you factor in the wind, and we've got feels like temperatures as cold as 25 in Redden right now, 28 in Del Mar, 29 in Selbyville. So make sure you bundle up. We're looking at clear skies this morning, cold conditions. We've got very cold high pressure back to our west. So in that position, it will give us a cold day. As we look at futurecasts this morning, it's below freezing at 7 a.m. Here's 9 a.m. around 36 in Millsboro, 35 in Seaford, close to 40 at noon. And then I think we'll crack that 40-degree mark, getting into the low 40s this afternoon, and then a chilly evening on the way. Here's a checklist for today. Don't need the umbrella, need the hat and gloves, the heavy coat, warm beverage, ice scraper for sure inland, and make sure you grab the shades as well.
All right, thank you, Bob. Well, lighting candles for those lost too soon. A local group is advocating for more restrictions, and neighbors came together to remember people killed by guns. Coast TV News reporter Charles Reinert shows us the emotions on display Wednesday night.
Speaking to a crowd is something Carol Saris doesn't stray away from. She's speaking at a candlelight vigil for those killed by gun violence.
I'm also a mother, a grandmother. I have kids and grandkids in the high school level in Wilmington.
A vigil that comes on the eve of the anniversary of the Sandy Hook shooting. As a teacher of 30 years, that fateful day hit close to home.
I just couldn't believe. I thought it was a one-time incident and that, it was a terrible event. But I could see after that occurred that the incidents of gun violence, whether it was a church or a supermarket or a school or a college, they didn't stop, they increased.
She's also involved in the beach chapter of Moms Demand Action, a group advocating for gun safety. Vicki Gordy-Smith, who is the pastor at Epworth United Methodist Church, says gun safety isn't a political issue.
I feel like it's a human issue because none of us want people to be killed by guns. And so we might have different ways of approaching it, but I think if we can have a conversation at least, we can find ways that we agree on.
Gordy-Smith says gun violence is a problem nationwide, and Sarah says it's also a big issue here in Delaware.
Moms Demand Action in Everytown for Gun Safety did the statistics for Delaware. For the last 10 years, we were rated the 5th worst in the country based on our population per capita, incidents per capita. So we have a lot of work to do.
Every candle burning at the vigil was a light in memory of the lives lost. Those gathered at this vigil hope for a better tomorrow, but how we get there is still unclear. While there were a couple of teary eyes tonight during this vigil, there was a sentiment of hope from the people there, saying that things can get better one day. I'm Charles Reinert in Rehoboth Beach, Coast TV News.
Now, nationwide, as of April 4th, 74 people have been killed or hurt by guns in schools in 13 separate school shootings. School shootings hit a record high in 2022 with 46 shootings, surpassing 2021's record of 42 shootings, and then in 2022, over 43,000 children experienced a school shooting. Emergency response off of Route 9 Wednesday as a result of a crash in the parking lot of Sussex Tech High School. State police are continuing to investigate the cause of the crash. The Georgetown Fire Company says this was just after 7:30 p.m., and we have reached out to Delaware State Police for updates, and so far, they've only been able to confirm that there was a collision at Sussex Tech. Well, drivers in Worcester County might want to leave a little early this morning. Right now, a detour is in place for drivers on Route 90 for road work. Westbound traffic will be detoured to southbound Route 113 to westbound to Route 50 in Berlin. And the detour aims to facilitate paving work on the Route 90 ramp onto Route 50 westbound. This detour will be lifted by 1:30 p.m. Still a lot more news to get to. Don't go anywhere. And coming up on Coast TV News Today, a Wall Street win. We'll tell you what the Federal Reserve is announcing that could impact you. Also, a hell-open clash between Polytech Wrestling and Sussex Central, who came out on top on the mats, and relief after dredging delays. Why boaters are grateful that the project is now moving forward. Stay with us on Coast TV News today.
Television's #1 new comedy is back again.
That's Night Court, baby.
I live to serve the people.
You hate the people.
Now more than ever.
A new season of Night Court, January 2nd on NBC and Peacock.
You left us with a train wreck. That's me, Father of the Year.
Do you think less of me because I was married to him for 17 years?
Yes.
Extended Family, January 2nd on NBC and Peacock.
Middays with me, April Brilliant. It's a feel-good show on your radio.
April is the easiest way to get through your workday.
She can play your favorite song.
She can help you find your furry friend.
The easiest way to get through your workday is with April.
She really makes you feel special.
Hey friends, hang out with me weekdays here on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3 each day from 10 to 3.
Elevate your business and engage more customers with Draper Media. Our diverse network of media properties such as WBOC, CoastTV, 93.5 The Beach, and 102.5 WBOC reaches over 500,000 Delmarva residents across various channels like television, radio, social media, and digital platforms. Enhance your brand's visibility across the Delmarva region with Draper Media. Our passionate team of media specialists and content creators are dedicated to showcasing your brand through engaging commercials, dynamic drone footage, eye-catching graphic and web design, and social media branding. Share your brand story on our popular programs, capturing the attention of your target audience. Trust your brand with Draper Media, a family-oriented company serving the Delmarva community. Contact Frank Hamilton today at fhamilton@wboc.com to get started.
Take a stroll down our magical Christmas lane every weekend at Hudson Fields. Merry Christmas from Shell Brothers.
Expand your family this holiday season. Grassroots Rescue believes each and every dog deserves their own unique chance at a happily ever after. Home of the perfectly imperfect, Grassroots Rescue provides educational opportunities and information on responsible pet ownership, offering assistance with pet food, spay, neuter, and emergency medical care. For more info on how to adopt, visit grrde.org.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Good morning, sports fans. A showdown in wrestling last night. Polytech facing Sussex Central in the first Henlopen match of the season for both teams. Sussex Central earning 5 pins last night from Austin Decker, Malachi Stratton, Evan Cordray, Justin Craig, and Landon Steele. For the Panthers, Israel Russell collected a 10-7 victory in weight class 165, and Dion Alston gets a pin in 220. But Sussex Central Wrestling defeats Polytech 64-9. In our game of the night, Laurel boys basketball is visiting Salisbury School. The Dragons have played a tough schedule so far this season, including Lake Forest. And although their record is 2-4, don't count them out, especially with Tyler Ball dominating on the court. On the flip side, the Bulldogs are 2-0 after a 17-point win over Delmar and a 76-point victory over Sussex Academy. Last season, Laurel finished with a 15-5 regular season record and fell in the second round of the state tournament. Tip-off is at 5:30 p.m. live on DSN. That'll do it for sports. Have a great day, everyone.
And we have a reminder for you. Do not forget to tune in to Coast TV News for some Sunday Night Football this weekend. It's a great matchup for you Ravens fans, Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. That coverage begins at 7 p.m. Right after that game, we have your hyper-local news to get you ready for the work week. But it's time for some entertainment news now. We have a look at what's making news in the world of entertainment. Here's Douglas Hyde with your Hollywood Minute.
Taylor Swift's Eras Tour was one of the hottest tickets of the year, and now you can enjoy it from the comfort of home. The concert movie of her record-smashing run is now available for rent on streaming platforms like Prime Video and Apple TV+. And Swifties will really like this. The new extended version features additional songs that weren't in the original release.
Barbie in the real world. That's impossible.
Barbie was a huge hit with audiences and continues to be a huge hit with critics. The blockbuster comedy received a record-breaking 18 nominations for next month's Critics' Choice Awards. That's the most ever in the award's 29-year history. Chelsea Handler hosts the star-studded event, airing live on the CW January 14th.
What else did you do while we were away?
Just hung around.
Home Alone and The Nightmare Before Christmas will now be preserved for future generations to enjoy. The holiday classics are among the 25 titles added this year to the Library of Congress's National Film Registry, which preserves movies of cultural significance. In Hollywood, I'm Douglas Hyde.
This year comes with many fun activities we all love to enjoy. One of my favorites is enjoying all the holiday lights and the decorations all over Delmarva, so take a look at your screen along with me. This beautiful tree decorated in the nice blue ornaments and decorations. This was sent to us by Otis and Ebony from Seaford. I love your tree. I love a good tree just covered in stuff. I don't go classy, I go fun, trashy, you know what I'm saying? All right, we want to keep seeing how you decorate your home for the holiday season. You can send us any pictures and videos to coasttvnews.com/holidayhouse. And of course, as we're talking about the holiday season, however, we do want to ensure every child has a present to open Christmas morning. So here is the list of businesses that have accepted our Shell Brothers Challenge by donating in increments of $1,000.
We really want to thank the businesses, groups, and individuals who have stepped up to the Shell Brothers Challenge of donating at least $1,000 to Draper Media's Bless Our Children campaign.
Here is the Shell Brothers honor roll in order of amount given in increments of $1,000.
Friends and family of Captain Bob's Oyster Roast. Atlantic Community Thrift Shop. Officers and members of Ocean City Elks Lodge number 2645. Clark & Sons Garage Doors. Boggs Disharoon Post 123. Evans Builders. Eastern Shore Corvette Club. General Refrigeration Company. Caliber Collision Local Centers. Carolyn D. Lehman Johnson. Right Locations. Seaboard Billboard Boat. Right Way Flagging and Sign. Delmar VFW Post 8276. Tony Tank Tribe 149. Pocomoke Elks 1624. In memory of Stacy Dortch. Salisbury Elks Lodge. Chagrin Gas and Home Comfort Products. Unfinished Business. Cape Henlopen Elks, number 2540. Bunting and Murray Construction. Midway Par 3. Peninsula Imaging. ASAP Services Pumping and Disposal. Johnny Janosic. Bob Willie & Sons. Classic Cakes. Ocean City Berlin Optimus Foundation. Tuckahoe Underground. Ocean City Berlin Optimus Club. ABC Refrigeration. Edward Jones Office of Melinda Tingle.
J. Stacy Hart and Associates. Goldsboro Family Foundation. Wheels That Heal Carb Club. Freddie Holland. Alan Corman and Son. Ramco Solutions. In memory of Shirley Doherty, David and Louise. FH Fur Plumbing, HVAC Electrical. Delaware Mobile Surf Fishermen. Pepsi Bottling Ventures. Collins Wharf Sod. Pools, Pavers, and more. Terra Firma of Delmarva. Eastern Shore Auctions by Willie Benton.
Apgar Turf Farm. Jefferson, Urian, Doan, and Sterner, PA. King Crop Insurance. Historical Vintage Car Club of Delaware. Murray's Residential Services. Archon Training Center. Towers Concrete Products. Mid-Atlantic Transport. Officers and members of American Legion Nanacoke Squadron number 6. In memory of Maurice and Pearl Jordan. GNS Heating and Air. Dagsboro Paint and Wallpaper. MG Safer Services. State Orphans Board. Great Council of Delaware. Mount Zion Holiness Church.
Burris Logistics. O'Neill's Millwright and Services.
Iron Order Motorcycle Club, Delaware.
Garden Bears Landscaping. In honor of Billo Hickman. Shore Fun Tractor Pullers. Moose Lodge 646. Women of Faith Zion Church, Salisbury. in loving memory of John Angeles, Wacomico Lodge 91.
Holly Lake Campsite, Carey Insurance Group, Ashley Fence, St. Mark's UMC Easton, Linda's Tax and Bookkeeping Services, Delmarva Art Expo and Wool and Fiber Expo, Thomas E. Melvin and Son Funeral Home, Johnson's Seed and Feed, Mike Singleton and Sons Pest Control, Powellville UMC, Queen City Elks Lodge number 1051, Pumpkin Chunkin Association, Contractors for a Cause Foundation, Hugh H. Hickman and Sons, Quota International Salisbury, Idlewild Brewerton Club, Shore United Bank, Allen Lions Club, Paradise Plumbing,
Collins Mechanical in memory of Sam Ellers III, Coastal Maintenance, Richard Y. Johnson and Son General Contractor,
CJ's Beach Bays,
The Carroll Family, Murray Sod Farm,
Daisy's Well Drilling,
members of the Willards Lions Club, the R.D. Greer and Sons, Bennett's Lawn Service, Accurate Termite and Pest Control, Coastal Towing, Odd Fellows Lodge number 3, Slaughter Septic Services, American Legion Post number 63, Delmarva Two-Way Radio, Fillmore Day Real Estate Services, Hickman Beach Plaza, in memory of Jack Spencer, Bethel Community Church,
Preston R. Smith Plumbing and Heating, Red Knights MD3 Motorcycle Club, Joan W. Jenkins Foundation, B&R Auto Parts, Jolly Rogers Amusement Parks, Brothers of Dorchester Elks Lodge number 223, A.E. Moore Janitorial, American Legion Cinnapunxon Post number 166, Gary and Cheryl Layfield and Boys, Missionary Baptist Church, Wycomico Day School, Salisbury Moose Lodge, Mike and Nancy West, Gloria Knock, Selbyville Elks Lodge 2173, Eastern Shore Region Antique Car Club, Corrado Construction, K&T Utilities, American Veterans Thrift Store, Gingerbread Farms, in memory of Richard and Helen Webb, Rich and Karen Gollin, Old Timers Softball League, residents of Mariners Cove, in memory of Lily Patrick Feinstein, the Human Fund, Binstead Construction, Curtis Mercer Remodeling, physicians at Bay Health, Kent and Sussex campuses, East Sussex Moose Lodge 2542, Road Wolves Motorcycle Club, Don and Stephanie McIntaffer, Sons of the American Legion number 123, Frankfurt Presbyterian Church Thrift Shop, Shaka Shack Restaurant, Delaware Good Sam Camping Club, Bridgeville Lions Foundation, Dorman Adams, Dr. and Mrs. Chris Conyers, in memory of Samuel S. Henry Jr., Greater Berlin Minority, Preston Gromark F.S., American Legion Post number 94.
Again, we appreciate all of you.
Every last one of you.
Stepping up to the Shell Brothers Challenge as part of Draper Media's Bless Our Children campaign.
If you'd like to help, send your card and donation to Bless Our Children in care of Draper Media at 1729 North Salisbury Boulevard, Salisbury, Maryland 21801. Or you can donate on our website, blessourchildren.org.
Thank you
so much
for helping Draper Media lend a hand.
Together, we can make the holidays this year
a special one.
A very special one.
Bless Our Children is administered by the Draper Holdings Charitable Foundation. Delmarva's Holiday House is brought to you by Bay to Beach Builders.
This year, share all the love you have during the 2023 Subaru Share the Love event going on now through January 2nd. With every Subaru purchased or leased, Subaru will donate $250 to one of these 5 charities and an additional $50 when you choose your hometown charity, plus $5 for every routine service performed. Make the most of the 2023 Subaru Share the Love event and start changing lives in your community together with Gateway Subaru. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Gateway Subaru. Higher standards.
Coverage on the road, in your community, along the coast. The I.G. Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, live on the street, day or night. From breaking news to weather in your town, the I.G. Burton First Alert Weather Jeep, coverage you can count on.
With all the choices of services around Delmarva, where do you even begin? Trust experts of various fields offering the best of Delmarva, including Kitchen Concepts Plus, Chesapeake Eye Center, Apple Discount Drugs, Porch Protection Systems, FLC Energy, Spicer Brothers Construction, Mattress Peddlers, Homewell Care Services, Robinson's Jewelry and Coin Shop, Delmarva Acupuncture and Wellness Center, Mast Audiology Services, Riptide Restoration, Active Pest Solutions, Delmarva Day, Buchanan Subaru, and Floor Coverings International of Middle Delmarva. Delmarva experts, local experts, right when you need them.
Get ready to soar with the Hawks. Delmarva Sports Network is your exclusive home for UMES Hawks basketball. From the first whistle to the final buzzer, DSN will take you courtside. Experience the excitement of both the men's and women's teams with every dribble, steal, and three-pointer. To see the schedule or watch the games, go to delmarvasportsnetwork.com or download the DSN app. Join us all season long only on the Delmarva Sports Network, your exclusive home for UMES Hawks basketball.
I'm hearing sleigh bells, twinkling lights. I waited all year, baby, just to see that sleigh flying through the night. All of the lights, all of the fun, all of us here, all of us won the greatest party you ever did see. I'm hearing sleigh bells, twinkling lights.
It's the one and only Janelle Monáe. Then in 2 days, the cast of The Color Purple and Oprah Winfrey.
Thursday at 2 on CoastTV.
All right, 5:45 as we make our way on this Thursday morning. We're getting a live look at Seaford. Pretty cold out there right now. And Bob, I think the theme that we're probably going to be dealing with for a while, maybe that off day won't impact it, but you have to deal with frost on the windshield today.
Yeah, it is pretty frosty out there this morning for sure, and you know you'll need extra time to get out there to scrape the frost, so make sure you do that. And make sure you scan the QR code right there. That will get you to the Coast TV weather app. And it is a frosty morning out there. It's good to have that remote fob if you can have it this morning. If you do have it, you probably need a couple of extra minutes to scrape off the frost for sure. As we're looking at temperatures, 25 in Redden, 28 in Salisbury, 30 in Delmar, 33 in Millsboro, Selbyville 29, 35 Bethany Beach, and Rehoboth at 37. There is a bit of a northwest breeze out there, and that is knocking that feels like temperature down into the 20s and 30s right now. It feels like 25 in Redden, so make sure you bundle up. We are looking at mostly clear skies this morning. We do have cold high pressure that's building in from the west right now. Just some clouds in the northwest flow, but we're watching a developing area of low pressure across the southwest, and that will affect us as we go into the weekend and early next week with rain and wind. This morning we're in the low 30s. Here's Futurecast at 9 a.m. Around 35 in Seaford, 36 Georgetown, Rehoboth at 37 degrees, close to 40 by noon, maybe 41 in Salisbury, but everybody else in the upper 30s by 2 p.m. in the lower 40s. I think that might be tops, lower 40s for sure, and then sliding back into the 30s as we go into this evening. We keep it mainly clear through the overnight hours, and by Friday morning, looking at temperatures, well, not as cold, but still in the lower 30s, and we do warm it up a little bit into Friday, close to 50 by noon. And then by the afternoon into the lower 50s, 40s by the evening hours. Feels like temperatures lower 20s this morning. Make sure you bundle up out the door. Feeling like 30s this afternoon and then back into the 20s for feels like temperatures tonight into tomorrow morning. Then we finally start to pull out of this tomorrow afternoon. Looking at the next system heading our way, Saturday looks dry. It's Sunday that we start to see rain increasing. And now it looks like this low is tracking to our west. So we're going to see a lot of wind and a lot of rain and possibly some thunderstorms as well. You can see the heavy rain building in through the D.C. area into Delmarva by 10 p.m. on Sunday, with the low center tracking pretty much right over D.C. So that basically keeps us unsettled into Monday and maybe even into Tuesday as well. We're looking at some lingering showers. Here's your Paul Davis 7-day forecast. 42 today, 28 by Friday morning, and then Friday high of 54, 55 on Saturday. By Sunday, we're looking at the rain building in 59. Monday is a first alert weather day. Could get a soaking, maybe 1 to 3 inches of rain and a lot of wind with the high of 60, then colder into Tuesday with lingering showers. Wednesday, partly cloudy and 46.
All right, Bob, as we talk about those cold temperatures, another free winter coat giveaway for children. In addition to the Milton Public Library, the Laurel Public Library also looking to make a difference with their winter coats for kids program. Now, if you have a child in need, You can bring them to the Laurel Library weekdays from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. to try on the coats that are on hand. And with the weather dipping low, this would be the time to take advantage if someone you know is in need. Well, Denmark is restarting a long-awaited dredging project at the start of the new year. This is along the Assawoman Canal in White Creek. The dredging project first saw work done in early 2023 before it had to be put on pause due to environmental concerns. Aim of this project to improve boating navigation on two important waterways connecting several communities to the Indian River Bay. It's been over 20 years since White Creek was last dredged and nearly a decade since the Assawoman Canal was dredged.
Everybody on the creek and the canal have been waiting for this for a long time, and we're happy they're back. And, hopefully everything goes smooth and we can get this done, and it'll benefit everyone.
And these dredging projects are expected to be complete by late winter of early 2024. Well, up next on Coast TV News Today, artificial intelligence changing what we know about MRIs. We'll show you how AI is cutting down the time patients spend getting that MRI scan and why the new algorithm improves the clarity by 30%.
And we're looking at clear conditions this morning, expect a chilly day, and then warming conditions into the weekend, then rain and wind, plus a first alert weather day. I'll tell you when that happens and have your 10-day forecast coming up after the break.
Come out for the Delmarva Shorebirds Hot Stove Banquet, Thursday, February 8th at the Waikamaco Youth and Civic Center. Get your tickets today, which include a buffet-style dinner and your opportunity to meet former Orioles pitcher Ben McDonald. Plus, there will be a cash bar and silent auction with sports memorabilia from your favorite MLB and minor league teams. Proceeds benefit the Shorebirds Fly Together Fund. Tickets available now at theshorebirds.com.
Doctors, lawyers, teachers, bus drivers, cashiers, librarians, the helpful smile of a helper, a caretaker, a healer, a giver can also hide the deepest suffering. Domestic violence impacts everyone, even our everyday heroes. What is Your Voice is here to help. Call our helpline at 302-467-3310 or visit whatisyourvoice.org.
Hi, I'm Leah. I'm Paige. And I'm Maya. Welcome to Coast Life.
Coast Life, weekdays at 4 on Coast TV.
At Coast Country, we're more than just music. We're a part of Delmarva's heart. Every month, Coast Country Cares, together with Spicer Brothers, steps up to serve our community. We're here helping local organizations and supporting our neighbors all year round. Join us in making a difference. Stay tuned to learn where we'll be next or visit coastcountry.com to see how you can be a part of our mission. Coast Country Cares, brought to you by Spicer Brothers, because we are Delmarva proud.
Solo Cup Saturday night. It's an alternative country party with me, Jared. Brought to you by Midshore Recyclers Incorporated. Saturdays at 7 on Coast Country, 103.9 and 106.3.
Coming up this week on the Delmarva Home Show. We're touring your holiday houses. We asked Delmarva Home Show viewers to send us pictures of their interior holiday decor, and boy, did you all deliver. We're showing off those holiday homes to you. One home in Laurel has a primitive farmhouse style with many decorations. Another has unique decor that the homeowners have been collecting for years, and the final home is a winter wonderland. You can watch the Delmarva Home Show on Sundays at 11:30 a.m. on WBOC.
Glassman, what are you doing?
I decided I wanted to be Santa Glass this year.
You can't do the voice. Stop it.
Come on. At least can we give away all the cool stuff?
It slays the holidays, and this year we're giving a prize a day for the entire month of December.
That includes concert tickets, autographed guitars, drum heads, and more.
From these artists and more.
Slays the Holidays is brought to you by Wilkins Wild Lights.
More details at 935thebeach.com.
Each year, 40 million Americans undergo an MRI scan or a magnetic resonance imaging. It's the best way for physicians to glimpse inside the body without surgery. It's also critical that the scan quality is crystal clear. Marty Salt shows us why some hospital systems have begun to incorporate AI or artificial imaging into the process.
With much less noise.
When an MRI scans your body, it's using heavy electromagnets as doctors search for early signs of cancer, liver disease, and tumors. Early detection means earlier life-saving treatment.
The tool that we're using is AI to reconstruct the images, but not to read the images. We still do all of the reading.
The AI reconstructs and produces an image with high resolution and in far less time than the traditional MRI.
The main benefit for the patient is decrease in scan time. So that means decrease in the amount of time that they have to spend in the uncomfortable MR scanner, up to 50% in some cases.
Additionally, Dr. Morales says the AI system they use produces about 30 to 50% higher resolution images for radiologists to more easily interpret.
At the end of the day, I get a much higher percentage of high quality, highly diagnostic examinations.
Here's an example. Using the same patient, on the left is a regular scan. On the right, an image boosted by artificial intelligence.
If there are any small, subtle lesions that we can detect utilizing on these higher resolution exams, we can help find problems earlier than without it.
I'm Marty Salt reporting.
Radiologists input instructions into the scanner, and the artificial intelligence runs a software algorithm for quicker scans, meaning an average 30-minute scan is complete in just 12 minutes. All right, it is 5:56 now. It's time to check in with our coastal pet of the day, brought to you by Maggie's Pet Boutique. Today's coastal pets are best buds. We love when we get multiple coastal pets in one day. Right now, you're meeting Daisy and Molly. They were both adopted from the Brandywine Valley SPCA. They love going for walks, chasing squirrels and rabbits they find invading their yard. Fair enough. In the picture, they're sitting in front of their favorite spot, a wood stove. That would be my favorite spot too, probably. We want to keep seeing your pets on Delmarva. Keep sending us adorable photos and tell us what makes your pet so special. You can take a look at your screen, email us right there, and then just watch weekdays from 5 to 7 to see all of the pets we feature. We're now coming up on 5:57, so it's a time for a quick look at your forecast before you head out your door. Bob, cold, it's chilly, but not too much to worry about, I'd say, for today.
Well, it's cold, and I tell you what, being in front of that wood-burning fireplace is the place to be. Those dogs have the right idea, Paige, as it is a cold start out there this morning. Really bundle up, be careful. We're looking at temperatures into the upper 20s, only warming into the low 40s today, despite a lot of sunshine, a high only around 43. Here's your Paul Davis 10-day forecast. Big changes on the way. So cold today, 42, but into the mid-50s Friday and Saturday. Then we watch rain building in on Sunday, 59. That rain gets heavy Sunday night, and it gets windy as well into Monday. So both Sunday and Monday will be impact days with a high of 60 Monday, showers Tuesday, 45, and then cold and dry as we head towards closer and closer to Christmas.
All right, Bob, thank you so much. Coming up in our next hour of Coast TV News today, a dangerous drive. 2 incidents in less than 3 hours just west of downtown Georgetown, what first responders had to deal with last night. That and more as we continue on Coast TV News today.